So Gauteng Co-operative Governance MEC Lebogang Maile is calling on political parties to ensure their coalition agreements promote good governance and the provision of efficient and effective service delivery. That's as the local government elections have produced 10 municipal councils out of the 11 municipal councils that's in the province. MEC Lebogang Maile joins us now for more on this call of his. MEC, thanks very much indeed for your time. I mean, it's a shambles, isn't it? The fact that coalition talks seem to have now collapsed, no clear coalition agreements in place. How will these council meetings even take place tomorrow?
Thanks for having us. We don't want to preempt the outcome of council meetings. Mm-hmm. And apologies, I've got tonsils, so my voice might not be audible enough. But we are hopeful that the various councils will convene successfully, and all councillors will be sworn in. Because there is still some time for councils, even if they don't elect mayors today or tomorrow, mm-hmm. They can convene again. The most important thing is that councillors must be sworn in, and various political parties, even if they don't agree, there is also an opportunity to elect or rather form what we call minority governments. So we have not given up because we think there is still some time for different political parties to find each other.
So, MEC, let me ask you this. In the absence of dispute resolution mechanisms, at what point does the provincial government step in?
Well, when councils can't agree, or rather political parties can't agree, the first thing we will do is to mediate as a provincial government and call all parties to make them understand what is the implication of not forming a government. We will not be throwing a book to any council or municipality, but we will try by all means to seek consensus and make them understand that it is important that there has to be a government. But remember, even if the councils are hung, there is a slight majority in every council. So what it means is that if they don't agree and they decide to vote, there will definitely be a winner. So we're not worried because what it means is that we might end up with minority governments everywhere. Mm. So we are not panicking. It doesn't signal any crisis.
I mean, if we think about the local government elections and the record low turnout, people who actually showed up to vote in the polls versus people who didn't believe that their vote actually made a difference to their own lived experience. These newly constituted councils, you know, what's at stake here in terms of trying to restore the levels of confidence that by all accounts do seem to be dipping, to say the least?
Well, I think the electorates have sent a warning to all the political parties, and I hope that they will treat the warning signs, or rather they will take them serious, because there's not been any victor in this process. And as you've correctly said, that a lot of people did not come out, though with all local government elections, there's always a low voter turnout. But this, I think, was the worst. And it can be attributed to various factors, including the fact that voters might have felt that they are not happy with the status quo, or they don't want to affirm a specific party. There could be other factors. So it will be important for the political parties to demonstrate their seriousness in winning back the confidence of the voters, to at least participate in the democratic process, because it's only political parties, I think, in the main, maybe, who will be able to bring back the voters to vote, because these are people who have views and who support specific objectives of political parties and specific political parties. So they have a responsibility, all of them collectively, to demonstrate to the voter that they are serious about addressing whatever issues that the voter is facing.
Yeah, it's real service delivery, isn't it? That's what's needed. All of the promises that we saw on the campaign trail about sorting out issues of refuse collection, of sewerage running down people's road, running down their front door, past their front doors, schools, hospitals, education, all of those bread and butter service delivery issues, that's what's needed to restore voter confidence, isn't it?
Yes, it's needed, but it also shouldn't be simplistic, as you try to put it, because the assumption is that in the question that you are raising, there is no service delivery at all, and that's not the case. It's not true. There are areas where different municipalities and government at different levels has done well, and there are areas where it might not have done well. And that's why I don't want to be simplistic and assume that the only reason that people have not voted is service delivery, without disputing the fact that in certain areas we have seen, we have witnessed, and it's evident that there is no service delivery. I mean, there has been load shedding, for instance, and all that. Some people don't have jobs and all that, but I don't think that is the only reason. There could be other reasons. In fact, there are. There could be issues of corruption, for instance. It might be that some of the candidates in the communities did not appeal to the communities and all that. So I think it's a combination of factors. So we shouldn't conclude that there's only one factor, which is service delivery. Of course, it's a grave concern for us as government whenever certain municipalities or even departments at provincial or national government don't deliver. It has to be done. We have to, that's the business of government. But then with the voter turnout, I think there are in fact many other reasons.
Yeah. I mean, we just need to look at the AG's report, don't we, into municipalities and their finances. 257 municipalities 20 odd of them receiving clean audits. Yeah.
As I'm saying, that's also simplistic because in many instances the media does not even make it its business to understand what the Auditor General says because when the Auditor General says, for instance, there's an irregular expenditure, it doesn't mean that there's not been
It's an indicator, MEC. It's an indicator, which is what I was arguing for. Unfortunately, we're out of time, so we have to leave our interview there for now. MEC for Cooperative Governance, Lebogang Maile, joining us there via our video link this morning. Just a taste of what's to come, specifically in Gauteng's 11 councils.